Let's go.
Welcome back,
Good.
episode 8, everyone. You already know what it is. Getting right into it. How was your week? What you been doing?
I've been getting nervous, man, but preparing. I'm competing in kickboxing this weekend tournament.
Oh, nice.
My cat just tried to kill me. That's why I was freaking out. Yeah. I haven't been in a serious striking fight type thing before, and silly as it may be, it's point kickboxing, but yeah, I'm nervous and I'm going to treat it like a real fight. My cat is going crazy. What about you, man? I heard you told me you got a job interview this week.
Yeah, I do. For a sheet metal company, man. Like, I seen a review that kind of worried me, though. It said the receptionist was kind of a bitch. And it was like, someone said, I scheduled a job interview when I got there. And then the receptionist was rude as fuck, making comments like, who even schedules an interview for 3 p.m.? And then my mind instantly goes to, I'd be like, why the fuck would you give me the option to choose 3 p.m. then? Because like the way I got it on Indeed is, he said schedule an interview, and then I got a list of times. So if 3 p.m. was one of the listed times, then y'all should be fully prepared. Like, that's ridiculous. But
I agree with you.
so I'm a little worried, but I'm not gonna let that like hinder me. Like, I'm still gonna go there like open-minded and stuff. But like, I swear to God, bro, that receptionist, if she's rude, I'm just gonna leave.
RKO her. Hit it with the RKO.
RKO? I'm probably just gonna leave.
Out of nowhere. Man, I'm happy for you. I'm excited.
I applied to a lot of jobs, though.
I'm nervous.
I've gotten a lot of like emails and stuff from them. Like, I got 3 that want to schedule an interview.
Oh hell yeah! Are those any better than the sheet
I
metal?
only got this one scheduled right now, though.
Well, if you like it more, don't agree to start until like the week after.
I just know sheet metal, man. Like, I made a lot of boxes, like returns and supplies. Well, I didn't really make them, but I bent them. My lead man made them, and I bent a lot of them, and I put a lot of them together. So I know how to do some stuff with sheet metal, like the very, very, very basic for HVAC.
So we's on sheet metal. You want to start with the Steelers?
The Steelers? I thought we were gonna go in order.
Oh, I didn't even know. You want to start an order? If you have an order up, I was just gonna pick a division, go off conference, and then start at the end, and then go to the other conference. But that doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, I did. I did want to start in
what we're
order.
gonna do. All right, let me. I'm an idiot. I skipped what we were actually doing. So first up, we're gonna do. We're just gonna go through every NFL team and give a brief opinion on what they should do in the off season. So I have more opinions on some teams than others.
For that blunder.
What blunder? Oh yeah, this cat. It's why. My cat is just running around, being mischievous. She can tell I'm doing something else, so she wants to take the attention away. It's a magic power she has. It's weird. Okay. So what, you want to start with Cardinals or something, or?
Yes, the Cardinals.
Okay. Cardinals. They got the fourth pick.
They need a lot. They need a lot, but what you think their biggest need is?
They just need to clutch that pick, really. I'm a big guy. I'm a big fan of Kyler. I think James Conner's okay. Trey McBride's what's up. They just need a good number 1 receiver. And with the pick that they've got, there's 2 other guys besides Harrison, even if they don't get him. Which I'm praying they don't get him, because he's supposed to be the best
potentially 3
guy.
other guys, apparently. Like, Brian Thomas Jr. is not to be slept
Right.
on.
Yeah, but he won't be a top 10 pick. You don't think he'll be top 10?
Probably not. But I don't know. This draft class seems deep, but it could be like the NBA's 2020 class. Seems deep, but not really. Who knows?
I heard
you never
comparisons.
know. I hope it's a deep class. It seems like a deep class.
I heard someone compare Brian Thomas to DK, but I think they'll probably wind up with Malik Neighbors, unless I don't know. Malik Neighbors and Roman Dunze are both going to be at the combine, which as of today is the combine starting. So we'll see what they get up to. We'll see who raises their stock or whatever. Because I personally think the Patriots will go with Marvin Harrison. But if they don't, then the Cardinals get him. I mean, the Cardinals are getting a wide receiver number 1. That's what they need to do with that pick. They need to clutch that pick and get their receiver.
Yeah, I happen to agree. I think they need to go receiver just for Kyler, but they could definitely take a corner or a tackle or a guard.
It's just like you
They
saw
are
what
in
happened
need of
with
that,
Kyler.
but I think they could get that in free agency, potentially.
Yeah, don't take a guard at number 4.
Yeah, no, not number 4, definitely not. There's some good tackles in this class, though.
It's just you saw what he did with D-Hop in that one year where he went 7-0. You know, they were doing pretty good. Okay. What team's up next after the Cardinals? You got a list
Falcons.
up in order? I don't. Falcons?
They need a quarterback.
Yeah. I think they're either going to trade for Fields or they're going to hope somebody falls at number 8. If Jaden Daniels falls to number 8, God save the NFC, you know. I think that would be a crazy matchup there. But I don't think he'll fall past Brian.
I don't know if they get JJ that high, but
I wouldn't think so. They'll probably go defense if they don't have Daniels.
That's what I was thinking. Like, they might trade for Justin Fields, I heard, but yeah, they could do that. They could get I think they need some D-line, and I know they need corner.
They have a lot of. They do need quarterbacks, so to get it out of the way, their biggest need is quarterbacks. So either draft one or get Fields, or maybe Russell Wilson. I don't want Kirk there because I don't think that's the style of offense. No, don't get a corner. They're either going to get D-line or, you know, sleeper. If Odunze or Neighbors falls to them, they kind of need a number 2 receiver. And whatever quarterback could end up there, it would just be like Super Bowl ready roster on offense at least. And their defense is pretty good. They just need D-line. But I feel like you can get more D-line in free agency than like a big receiver like this right now to make a push if they decided. I don't know. But go ahead.
All right. I was just going to say, like, there isn't really much to say about Atlanta. We pretty much agree.
Quarterback.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens, I think we both agree running back probably.
Yeah, make a move for Saquon. They might tag him and trade him or something like that. Or if he's in free agency, give him a bag. I like that, Matt. I like that fit so much. Saquon to the Ravens.
Hey, yeah. Bills, wide receiver, I'd say, or linebacker. I don't know. Their linebackers were kind of just hurt. They kind of need a second corner.
They do.
Or they do need a safety as well, but I think they go wide receiver, man, because Diggs might be out of here.
I was going to say, that's the Brian Thomas Jr. team to me, is the Bills.
Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah. We had him to the Chiefs, right? Mitchell?
Yeah.
In our mock? Yeah. I don't know. I think the Bills, but you'd probably rather go for a big guy than a little guy like Mitchell. I feel like Mitchell's a little smaller than what you would want for a big guy like Allen. You get a tall guy to a tall guy.
Keon Coleman, potentially.
Not about him. I'm unfamiliar with his game. Florida State. I feel like all the Florida State guys are going to come in with a vengeance. That's what I said about Jared Verse. They're mad they didn't make those playoffs, man.
That's true. Carolina Panthers.
Dude, they have like 6 draft picks.
They need needs everywhere, man. They need wide receivers. They need running backs. They need like O-line.
I would like, that's the team that I could see trying to give Josh Jacobs the bag, because they just did it for Miles Sanders, and they're like, oh, Miles Sanders isn't doing anything. Let's go pay another running back. I don't know. I would love if they had a good running game for Bryce, and I don't know that they're going to
What if
get
they go?
running back except in the draft.
What if they go Brock Bowers?
He would have to fall to the first pick of the second round.
Oh shit! They don't have a first rounder.
No, they don't.
Damn, I forgot about that.
They have Tommy Tremble there, dude. Don't sleep on him.
Sure.
And who else do they have? That white
They
guy.
could get AJ Barner or something.
Hayden Hurst. They have Hayden Hurst too.
Awesome. Chicago
Yeah.
Bears. Are we gonna say quarterback? Because I don't really know.
I didn't even pick what I said for the Panthers. Hold on, real quick. I did say running back. Never mind. Bears.
Yeah.
I don't think they need a quarterback. Like they need.
I don't
like,
think so either, man. They need like edge or
they need-
corners.
yeah, I was gonna say a defensive game changer. Like if they could pay Daniil Hunter for a couple years or something like that. Or like I don't know. Who they just get? They got Sweat, right?
Wide
Sweat.
receiver.
I don't know. I'd say D line. I want to get. I'd say edge.
Yeah, I'd go
You could
edge.
say receiver. I don't.
I'd go edge, corner, or receiver. They could tackle all three of them in the off season.
Oh yeah, they could
We're
make
just-
some moves.
We're just listing off season needs for real.
Last offseason, the Bears kind of underwhelmed me with what they did. You know, I didn't think the tackle was. They could have got Jalen Carter. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Bengals.
New quarterback. He's fragile. He's broken. No, I don't know. They're probably gonna take. They need to nail their draft pick because it's right above us. If they don't nail it, we're gonna nail it.
I'm
which
just gonna
I
say
think
they
they're
need
gonna
O
go
line.
Bowers.
They need O line bad.
You know, they do need O-line bad, obviously. But I'm thinking, like, what push are they going to make for Burrow? What's going to change? I feel like Joe Mixon is going to be gone. He should be gone.
Well,
They don't have a
they
crazy
get a
tight
running
end.
back somewhere in the draft potentially. Maybe Blake Corum if they fall to him.
If they can nail the draft and get Brock Bowers, as much as I would hate it, I feel like the Bengals should get a tight end. The Bengals could get, like, a T.J. Hawkinson type tight end, like, level. Like a Mark Andrews level tight end. Someone that, you know, when Burrow can't get that far downfield, it's there off the line. I like tight end.
The Cleveland Browns.
So give me a tight end. Backup quarterback or something. Like maybe that's Bo Nix. Get Bo Nix there.
Yeah, maybe they do need to take quarterback. I was thinking about that. Maybe running back because you don't know about Nick Chubb. Even though I think he'll be fine, you still don't know, man. He gets hurt a lot.
I don't know. I would prefer another quarterback because you're paying Watson no matter what unless he restructures. But that doesn't mean you have to settle with him all 18 games. You know, if he can't bring it back after like 4, you put in like Michael Penix Jr. and see what happens. You know, I feel like you can get a running back way easier than a good second quarterback. He doesn't have to learn from Deshaun because Deshaun, you don't have to learn anything from that guy. He's a bad influence, but like I feel like they could get Zach Moss in free agency or something like that if they really needed a second running back. I think it's more pressing to figure out their quarterback thing because this is a big, like a good roster to win soon.
They could use some more D line.
I think Zadarius Smith is going to leave there, but they've got Dalvin Tomlinson. Is that it? Yeah, I think they have him. So, yeah, they could, I guess, replace
They don't
Zadarius
really
Smith
have
with
much.
someone
They
young.
don't have much depth there.
I'd say quarterback, but they could be like a candidate to get Bryce Huff or something like that in free agency.
That's true. Wide receiver maybe, but I agree quarterback.
Well, they just traded Donovan Peoples-Jones to the Lions, so they don't think that they need more receiver, I guess.
All right, here we go. Dallas Cowboys.
Running back.
We need linebacker. We need running back.
I feel like you'll get a linebacker, but I feel like your running back decisions have been historically bad for the franchise, like Zeke and Pollard. Zeke, I mean, you draft a running back like that.
We've had historically good running backs.
Not historically, like all time. I mean, like recent history. Like Zeke fell off and Pollard wasn't good when you started
I mean,
him.
I guess Zeke fell off, yeah, but he did have, let's see, 2016 to 2019 or 20. He had a
Yeah,
like a 4 season, 5 season stretch where he was like pretty good, like top tier.
I think y'all should draft a running back in like the second round. Try and get like the best one you can, or Blake Corum. Get Blake Corum and try and tag Pollard again or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, running
I
back for
like
me.
Corum.
You said linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker for me.
Okay.
Our linebackers are very injury prone, except for Micah. Denver Broncos.
Oh Jesus. Also quarterback because they're gonna get rid of Russ.
Yeah, potentially they could potentially keep him, but I agree. Quarterback, wide
Like,
receiver is another need, maybe.
man, I don't know about the quarterback. Jesus,
They need an edge rusher, man. I don't know any of their
they
edge
need
rushers.
the Broncos, in my opinion, should just rebuild their whole offense. But they've got so much money in that receiver room. Like they're paying Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, I think.
Mid wide receivers.
Yeah. They should just like rebuild their offense and get a new quarterback as soon as they can. Maybe sign someone like Trey Lance or something crazy. I don't know. Trade for Trey Lance or trade for someone young like
Trey
Zach Wilson.
Lance.
Maybe Sean
Good
Payton
Lord.
really loves Zach Wilson. I'd say just get a new quarterback if you really hate Russ that much.
Yeah, maybe they go JJ.
I wouldn't like it for him. Or for JJ. I wouldn't like it for JJ. Because he's got to compete against Harbaugh twice every year.
That's true. Detroit Lions.
They don't need a quarterback yet. This isn't their draft for that. Maybe another receiver. I don't know. Jamison Williams.
Yeah, I could see that. They need a more explosive number 2.
I think like a number
2.
What would you say Jamison Williams does? They trade him, or he's a number 3 or something, or what?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe a number 3. Maybe trade him. Something. I'd say.
I'd say corner. Go corner for them.
Yeah, I was about to say they might need some more corner. They need some defense.
I thought last offseason they should have been the ones to trade us for Jalen Ramsey. I don't know, how great that would have worked out, but I just feel like that would have been a good, like having Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, but better.
Next is Packers. They need defense.
Packers. They're not gonna go receiver. None of that.
Oh, they need some receiver too. I know people are like, but Wicks and everyone, and they had a nice little stretch. I don't know if they can keep that up though. Like, you know what I mean? There's like only been one consistent wide receiver from that group. So I think they need to get another wide receiver. Yeah, I don't think he is. I'm talking about Jaden.
I would redo running back, man. I think Aaron Jones is getting old, and I don't like what's his face, the other guy behind Aaron Jones. Yeah, AJ Dillon. I couldn't remember his name. I don't like either of them. I like Aaron Jones, but he's getting old. Trade him somewhere else, and get him a different running back. Like maybe draft one or something. I don't know, but I just say get Jordan Love a new running back.
Dillon's a free agent. I don't know if they re-sign him.
They shouldn't. I would. I mean, they should get someone behind Jones because I think they'll still have him. But I don't know. I like the idea of getting Jordan a new young running back. That's probably not their biggest need. They're gonna probably get a second corner though.
Yeah, they do need corner, safety. They could even go for some O-line. Honestly, their O-line's depleted from when they had Rodgers.
They have a decent O-line, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's decent.
I mean,
they had a great O-line with Rodgers.
They have this left tackle named Zach Tom, who came out of nowhere because Bakhtiari was hurt again this year, and he's pretty good. So I mean, I'd say just get Jordan Love something special. If they're not gonna, they never go receiver, so get him like a crazy explosive running back. Yeah, I don't think there's one in the draft, but maybe something happens. I mean, Derrick Henry's not going there. Maybe like Josh Jacobs. That's not, He's not much younger than Aaron Jones, but like I just want to see Love with some explosive running back like that. I don't know. But let's move on. Who's next?
Texans.
I don't know. They got pretty good defense. I like their defense. I would like somebody like Roquan Smith in the second level. I don't know who their linebackers are in Texas, in Houston.
Might get him another. That might get him a running back.
Yeah, everyone's been saying that, but like I didn't even hate their Devin Singletary signing. Like you can get a decent running back like him. I don't think they need something explosive.
They could get another wide receiver, honestly.
That defense got fucked up in the second half of the playoff game with the Ravens, so it's like if you had someone over there, maybe they get
another
over
corner.
the edge in the middle.
Corner, maybe a tackle, maybe another edge.
I just don't know their linebackers. So,
I don't know linebackers either.
Someone on defense. Get another star on defense for sure. I think Stroud's gonna get someone in the draft, and their receivers are fine. Like, what's his name that y'all had? Noah Brown?
Yeah.
Is he a free agent?
I think he might be. I don't know if he is, though.
If Noah Brown's a free agent, then they need to get a third receiver or something. But Tank Dell and Nico Collins is pretty good. And maybe they trade for Stephon Diggs or something like that.
Maybe.
But I go defense.
Indianapolis Colts. They're holding the combine today through Sunday.
Tight end, I guess. Brock Bowers goes to them in a lot of mocks, I see. I like Jelani Woods.
I could see, Brock Bowers. They get a tight end. I mean, they kind of have, like, I guess, a depth at tight end. Like, all their tight ends are kind of the same skill level, but they're all kind of, like, average to, like, below average.
Actually, their biggest priority is re-sign Michael Pittman. He's a free agent, and he probably wants to be an Indy, but there's no guarantee he stays, so get that contract. You know what I'm saying? Give it to him.
That's true.
But, did you have any thoughts on Indy?
They could need some corner.
Yeah, I see that in the draft as well. I see Cooper DeJean there sometimes.
Cooper DeJean or DeJean, is that how you say it?
I have heard it both ways. I got a fat cat in my arms because he's just begging for attention.
Jacksonville Jaguars is up next. I'm just going to say it. I think they need a wide receiver.
Yeah, they're not going to keep Ridley. If they re-sign Ridley, they owe the Falcons a second rounder. So they're not going to do that. Maybe they go, who's this? I can't remember the name.
Maybe they go corner. Maybe they go D-line. Who knows?
What's the guy? I've heard about this receiver.
They get some more O-line for Trevor.
They could, but there's this receiver in the draft I heard about. He played with Drake May. I can't remember his name. Big guy. You might know who I'm talking about. But he's probably gonna fall.
He might.
I haven't seen him in any firsts.
I've never heard
Come
of
on,
him.
college
I
guy.
didn't pay attention in North Carolina that much.
Bro, what? How did you not pay attention? He's like the second overall prospect.
I don't really care about North Carolina.
Casual. No, I'm just kidding.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, yeah, I think.
I'm just gonna say wide receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna draft one. They better sign one because they suck at drafting them. Except Tyreek Hill, but like Sky Moore, that was a flop of a pick. Yeah, their defense is pretty good. Oh, re-sign Nick Bolton. That's right, re-sign him and Willie Gay Jr. Their whole defense is a pretty big free agent. Like Nick Bolton, Willie Gay. I think Nick Bolton needs an extension.
Isn't Snead
Willie
getting
Gay's a free
traded?
agent. Snead's getting tagged and probably traded because they have depth at corner and he wants a deal. I wouldn't mind if the Rams traded for Snead. And then we did like a D-line in the draft or something, or quarterback. I don't know. But I forgot who we were on because I went to the Rams. The Chiefs, right.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Yeah, re-sign all your defensive guys. That's your biggest priority. Like, you need Chris Jones. You don't really need Snead, but I would extend Nick Bolton and re-sign Willie Gay. but they probably won't re-sign Willie Gay if they have to re-sign Chris Jones.
Tranquil's a free agent too.
Is it safety, right, or receiver?
He's a linebacker.
Tranquil? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's a small white guy, right? I'm not tripping. Smaller white guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm misthinking someone. Maybe it's one of the corners I'm thinking about. But yeah, I'd say just you're re-signing your defensive guys. That's what matters for them.
Next up, Raiders. Quarterback is a priority for them, I'd say, honestly. Aiden O'Connell, whatever his name is, ain't gonna do it.
My favorite idea for the Raiders was like, I don't know, trade Max Crosby in a first rounder to the Bears or something like that and go get Caleb Williams. That's what I've wanted. That's probably never going to happen, and the Bears are probably just going to take Caleb. But I would love if Caleb was a Raider for some reason. I feel like that would just fit him. And, like, you'd have Devontae Adams. Unless they traded Devontae Adams away instead of Max Crosby. But if I'm the Bears, I want Max Crosby, you know?
That's true. They could also improve their defense at corner.
The Raiders, yeah.
That's a corner
So
is a big need for them.
In my dream world, though, they trade up to number 1 somehow and get Caleb Williams. That's what I think they should do.
I see quarterback being a priority for them, too. Next up, Los Angeles Chargers. I think they're going running back.
Derrick Henry!
Running back. I think wide receiver is even a need for them with Mike Williams, I think.
You need to...
A free agent.
Yeah, their whole offense is going to need to rebuild, dude, because Mike Williams,
Keenan Allen
free agent.
is kind of old, and then he's a free agent soon. They need a tight
running
end.
back. Well, here they're going to be a Greg Roman offense now, bro. So you got to have that running back. I think if they get Derrick Henry, man,
Need a
I
good
don't know.
tight end
Maybe
too on a Greg Roman
do you think?
offense. On a
Well,
Jim Harbaugh.
you know they have the 5th overall pick, so you know what they could do. But you're a bitch.
Okay, I'm sure.
Dude, they should draft Bowers and get Derrick Henry, and then imagine that offense. Like,
Draft a tight end.
My cat
at
doesn't
5
want him,
is
never
so
mind.
fucking weird.
bro, the Falcons did it. Chill, okay? Generational prospect is a generational prospect. Don't be a stickler. It's the new age, bro. It's new age football. You understand? We went from did we do everybody in that division? We did
Yeah.
Broncos, right? Okay.
We weren't going by division.
Rams.
We were going by alphabet, I think.
Oh, I thought we were in the AFC West or something just now.
No, they just so happened to be like in order. For some reason.
Okay. Well, Rams. We need the most corner. We need corner.
Y'all need a corner.
Bad. We miss Ramsey.
Y'all need a corner, and as much as you need offensive line as well.
We do, but we got like
You can tackle
we
that.
find offensive
You
line,
can tackle
bro.
that more later in the draft or like sign people. I'm just saying, you still need to try to find something.
I was thinking about it, like the Jackson Powers Johnson pick at 19. If he panned out, I wouldn't be too mad. But for my first round pick, the first rounder I've seen us have, I would be mad if it was a center for a little bit. But like if he was perfect, you know. But we find pretty good offensive linemen just anywhere. Like with Steve Avila was our first pick in the last draft. He played every fucking every offensive snap this year. He played every offensive snap, and he's a rookie guard. But he's really good.
Take an edge rusher, man.
I'm just saying about our offensive line guys, and like we traded for Kevin Dotson from the Steelers, and he was really good for us. So I think we can. I don't think we're gonna prioritize O line, but I think we're gonna make moves. But corner, yeah, definitely corner. I want the biggest, youngest corner in the draft. There's a lot of corners this draft though, so it's like you never know who will fall to us or who won't.
That's true. Next up, Miami Dolphins. Get him some protection.
Get a new quarterback, man.
Oh, damn.
you gotta pay Tua soon. I think you have to pay Tua now. I think you have to pay Tua now, or something, or you have to trade him. Like, send Tua to the Commanders or something, and 2 first-rounders, and then go get that second overall pick or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Send Tua somewhere. Send them to, I mean, not the Patriots. They don't need Tua. But yeah, trade Tua. Get a new quarterback. I like the idea of Justin Fields there, as well. I feel like Mike McDaniels with Justin Fields and H-Chain and Hill would be crazy. Imagine like the jet sweep fake runs, passes, and all like the motion and bullshit. What about you? What do you think? You said protection?
Yes, protection for Tua.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like they're
I'm
such
not
like a
talking
weird.
about condoms.
Yeah, he does not get bitches. He gets brain damage. But he, I don't know. I just think with the roster they have in this like explosive offense, kind of pushing towards contending now, but it's not having won a playoff game anyway. It's such a weird vibe. Like maybe just make a bigger push. You know, Lamar Jackson. They should have made moves for Lamar Jackson last year. I don't know what was up with all those people, all those teams like the Falcons talking about, oh, we're not interested. The Dolphins and the Falcons should have been both like running to the phones for Lamar Jackson. Everybody should have been. But yeah, I don't know. Just you get an explosive quarterback, maybe that can run. Maybe you trade up for Jaden Daniels or something at number 2. That'd be cool to have. I just like the idea of a running quarterback with Mike McDaniels.
Yeah. I still think they need some protection for Tua. But next up, Minnesota Vikings. Quarterback.
Dude, their whole defense. Name me like 3
Running
players
back.
on their defense.
Oh,
Name
that's
3
true. They
players
need
on
some
their
defense
yeah.
too, man. But quarterback and running back are some needs for them too. But yeah, they could use edge rushers, D-line everywhere, corners.
I think what will happen for them with quarterback is they probably will re-sign Kirk. But if we get to another team, I'll say who should get Kirk. I feel like we've passed up some teams I said should have got quarterbacks. No, we haven't, not yet. But yeah, I feel like they'll re-sign Kirk. But I would get a defensive player. They have number 11 in the draft. You know, there's going to be someone left. There's going to be a corner left. There's going to be an edge rusher left. You probably get like a Jared Verse. Look at that. We're soulmates. We said it at the same fucking time.
Yeah, that's true. We did.
Jared Verse. Like, it sounds like a Viking to me. I don't know. But, like, I think they could go D-line in the draft. That makes sense.
Very true.
Because Daniil Hunter's going to leave. Daniil Hunter was a free agent, too.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, D-line.
Yeah. Patriots. Quarterback, wide receiver, all of the above, offensive line, corner.
I think you go Marvin at number 3. That's what you should do.
They need a lot of things, but yeah, wide receiver, quarterback.
You get Mac Marvin, and if Marvin is what he's supposed to be, that's the best fucking player he's ever been on the field with. You know what I mean? Except in the Pro Bowl, I guess. But like, who the fuck else? Mike Gesicki? You know, who's the best player Max ever played with? Ramondre?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, you give him Marvin. I just like that idea. You try him out one more year, and then he's gone anyway. You don't have to pick up his 5th year, and then they can draft their own guy if they don't like him, because it's a new regime, but you don't have to just ditch him right away. You know, they didn't do that with Fields, and Fields developed a little bit, and he's probably going to go somewhere else now, too, and have a second chance. So I say go Marvin.
Because he grew up in Atlanta.
Yeah, but if Mac got traded, it'd be like the Niners. They want him. They're like, Brock isn't working either. Damn it, we need Mac. We should have got him in the first place.
New Orleans Saints.
Oh man, they need to fucking. They need to cut a lot of players. I think they need to they're like negative 40 or million in the negative in cap space.
How did their situation go from so good to so bad?
Paying everybody. and then signing people still. I don't know, like, because in Madden, you can't sign free agents or make trades when you're in the negative, but somehow they still signed Tyrann Mathieu last year or 2 years ago or however long it's been, and they gave Derek Carr this big deal. So I don't know how they're. I guess it's like they're making more void years on all these players' contracts so that they can move cap hits farther down, but they're so far in the negative. I think they're going to have to cut some people or something. So figure out your damn cap issue before it somehow explodes in your face.
Yeah, I'd say, man, they need D-line. They need wide receivers.
What?
Yes,
They have.
Michael Thomas has been. How long has it been since Michael Thomas played?
I don't know, but is Rashid Shaheed leaving?
I don't know. They
They
use
got
a more
Kamara,
explosive
Rashid
wide
Shaheed.
receiver.
Get him a tight end, bro. Get him a big tight end or some
They
more
could
O-line.
use tight end too. They do need O-line as well.
The Trevor Penning is. Remember him? He was like, I like to hurt grown-ups or whatever, and he sucks. You remember that in the pre-draft process? He was doing interviews and saying how he likes to fight people, pretty much.
I think so. I don't know. I don't really remember.
Yeah, get them a tight end. Fuck it. Like, that wasn't a fart. That was on the floor. I don't know who a tight end they could get is. Maybe if the Giants cut Darren Waller, you go sign Darren Waller. Imagine the Giants cut Darren Waller and then they fucking draft Bowers.
Speaking of the next one, Giants.
That's what they should do. If the fucking Chargers don't do the right thing and get Bowers at 5, they go and they cut Darren Waller because he's got a big deal, and they get Brock Bowers at number 6. I think they're at number 6, right? Or it's 6, yeah?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, they just nail that pick, man. You either get Brock Bowers or you get a fucking number
Malik
1 receiver.
Neighbors, something
Whoever's
like that.
left, man. It'll probably be Giants, Cardinals, and Patriots to get the receivers. If Patriots don't do it, it'll be.
They should also look to
Giants.
get another running back if Saquon leaves.
You don't need them going heavy running back style in the first place is kind of damning for them. So like, get a running back, but don't get somebody that you have to cater your whole offense to the running back. Get a quarterback or a receiver that you can do that for. I just say nail that pick. That's all. Just like a lot of the other ones, you nail that pick. And Daniel Jones.
I don't like Daniel
gotta
Jones.
start.
They could use another quarterback, but as the Cowboys fan, I hope they keep Daniel Jones forever.
I think they'll play him I think they'll start him.
Yeah, I think this might be his last chance.
Okay. The Jets. You could say O-line, but that's another team. If they can get Bowers, I'd go for him because I think Bowers should go on a team that is supposed to be explosive. Like with this Rodgers offense, you're going to want to throw to Brees. You're going to want to throw to Garrett. You're going to want to have another guy, probably Devontae if you can get him.
But
if you get Bowers,
an offense that's going to be explosive for a while. The Jets might not be for a while. They might try to win now or like for this year and maybe the next 1 to 2 years. But Rodgers is done. Zach Wilson is gone. What are they doing at quarterback? Who's going to throw the ball to him?
I don't know, maybe Kirk. No, I don't know. I think they can get one. It's like they're going to wind up looking like Atlanta, right? They're going to be an offense that's so built nice for a quarterback to win and succeed, but it's about getting that, and it's like
yes,
I
agree.
go through Desmond Rizzer.
They need O-line.
I said Desmond Rizzer. No, they're gonna have like a Desmond Ritter for a little bit after Rodgers or something like that, but I don't know. Maybe they get someone better. I don't know how much worse you can be than Zach Wilson.
They need an offensive line.
Yeah, I'll go O-line too. They have what's his face from the Vikings last year. I can't remember his name. It's not T.J. Hawkinson. It's who's their tight end on the Jets? I can't remember his name. He's got the
Isn't it Uzama?
He's there, but he's not the one. He's a white guy with a beard and stuff and a ponytail. He was on the
Conklin?
Vikings a year ago. Yeah, Conklin. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Yeah, I like him. So tight end or not. You go O-line.
They're
That's
pretty
right.
deep there, so line.
If they could get like, if they could get Kevin Dotson or something, that would be pretty good. Because he's going to be testing free agency, I think.
Next up, the Eagles.
Corner.
Yeah, definitely.
If they got
corner, I
Snead,
agree with you 100%.
they either should get Buda Baker or L'Jarius Sneed. Buda's not a corner, but like they need. I feel like they need a game-changing secondary player, and you know, what's his name? Big play Slay ain't exactly in his prime anymore. He wasn't great last year. He was good the year before that when they went to the Super Bowl, but you know, they need someone else. And James Bradbury's there too. He's old. But.
Yeah, they need another. They need some corner or safety, regardless.
Or linebacker.
They need yeah, but linebacker definitely. I'd say maybe running back, but DeAndre Swift is all right.
Kyle Van Noy is a free agent, and I know this because he was on Good Morning Football, and I heard him talking about it. So maybe they signed Kyle Van Noy at linebacker.
Who knows?
Oh shit!
Pittsburgh Steelers up next.
You get Russell Wilson when they cut him, and you make him and Kenny Pickett battle it out
in a cage.
Yeah, right. I would love that too. Little tiny hands versus tiny man.
Pittsburgh Steelers, man. They need to improve on O-line and secondary.
I mean it, bro. Go get Russ.
I think they're getting Russ regardless, honestly. So I'm just saying, like, this is just with me thinking they're gonna get him anyways. So I think they need some secondary and O-line.
I don't think that receiver core is exactly perfect for every type of quarterback, but I like George Pickens for Russ.
Pickens is good. And
oh yeah.
Dang, I always forget the dude's name because Deontay Johnson. I'm sorry, I forget your name.
Mm-hmm. I don't. He's not my favorite.
Next up, your least favorite team of all time, the 49ers. They fucking need O-line, man. Their O-line is not that good. They rely on blocking from a lot of their skill position players. Which isn't bad, but they need some O-line. They need they need secondary. That's like the weakest part of their defense. Honestly. And honestly, Chase Young, I think he might be gone. Like edge rusher. You need edge rusher, D-line on that team. They could use O-line, D-line, secondary.
Chase Young is a Tennessee Titan. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'd say O-line probably. I'd say O-line probably. Chase Young and Myles Garrett? That'd be crazy.
I could see it.
But yeah, for the Niners, they probably need O-line.
Seattle Seahawks.
They need to get Kirk Cousins. I think that's the perfect offense for him, and I think they could get another like young quarterback to develop behind him for a little bit because he's older, and he could play for some time and get like 3 great receivers to throw to if Lockett stays, and you know you have 2 decent running backs and everything. Everything but the O-line is great, like perfect for that offense, and I think that they find pretty good. Like Charles Cross, I think their left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was like a 6th round pick or something like that.
What?
I might be wrong, but I think he was a later pick. And like, you know, I feel like they just need an O-line, and that offense is gonna be great. Who's their tight end?
Cross was the 9th overall pick.
Charles Cross was the 9th overall pick.
Yes.
Stupid then. Why did I think that? I think maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's not Charles Cross.
A good pick.
Maybe it's not Charles Cross. I don't know. I think they had like a late pick on O-line. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know, but yeah, they do need to tackle some O-line. Quarterback, I agree with you there. Honestly, quarterback.
I like Kirk on that offense, man. I don't know. I just think he can spam JJ all he wants in Minnesota, but when he's got to throw it to KJ Osborne, who's not Jackson Smith and Jigba, you know, then They're gonna be some drops, but I would like that fit, even
I
though
like that
I wouldn't be able
offense.
to root for Kirk. I gotta know who their late pick was now. I'm tripping. Okay,
Next
move
up,
on. I'm still stupid.
Tampa Bay.
I don't think they're gonna re-sign Levante David or Mike Evans, but maybe re-sign Baker and maybe get a receiver in the draft. Like maybe I don't know what they pick at, but maybe that's a Brian Thomas or a Donnie Mitchell team.
Yes, they could definitely use a receiver. They could
Or
also
rechange the offense.
they use receiver. They could use some O line, honestly.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Baker seemed to be all right with how it was last year. Um, what is the
That's
defense like? I
true,
don't know.
but
Levante David.
there's a lot of guys on the
If
line for the Bucks.
basically they just need to replace whoever winds up leaving.
Yeah.
Like if Baker leaves, you got to get a new quarterback. If Mike Evans leaves, you should draft a new receiver to replace him. And
So
if
you think they should reload rather than rebuild?
yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna keep everybody, and they can only hold on to this Super Bowl roster so long. Shaq Barrett's gone. Vita Vea is getting older. You know, I think Vita Vea is gonna stay unless they felt like trading him for some good picks. That might be nice. You know, if you traded Vita Vea surprisingly and you got a load for him because he's like, I want to say he's like 29 or something like that, 28.
Damn.
He's not old, but he's getting up there.
We got our final two teams here
Okay.
coming up. The Tennessee Titans.
I think you just they need to do what the Jacksonville Jaguars did a couple of years ago after Urban Meyer left.
They need
They
wide
just go into
receiver.
free agency. They spent on Traylon Burks and D Hop. D Hop's still going to be there for a year, and Traylon Burks is there.
He's not good.
I
DeAndre
can see
Hopkins is
that.
not DeAndre Hopkins from the Texans.
Well, he doesn't have a great quarterback. I mean,
That's true, but
Will
you know how
Levis
many
is going
quarterbacks
so
he
well.
played with on the Texans?
I guess D Hop was getting open a little bit more, but he can still like catch contested shit. But that also depends on the QB to place it. I don't think Will Levis is a placement guy. But I don't know. I just think they need to attack free agency in general because you know they traded Kevin Byard and stuff, but their roster is kind of meh. I think make a move for Chase Young. That would be interesting. Calvin Ridley or Chase Young. That'd be interesting there.
Yeah, they could use some D line. They could use some O line, honestly, like a tackle.
Well, they're probably going to draft one. I mean,
Yeah,
but they
true.
have a lot of cap space. They have the most cap space of every team, the Titans. So they could make some moves, bro.
They could, but who the fuck? You gotta understand, like some people don't want to fucking play in Tennessee.
Why wouldn't you want to play in Tennessee? I mean, what's wrong with Tennessee?
They're
Is the
more
taxes
like,
crazy?
well, there's like better places like to live, honestly, or more attractive places. I'm not gonna say better because I've never been there, so I can't say that. But there are more attractive places to athletes to live. Like that's why it's important to be a pretty high market team, like big
Sorry, that's
market,
shit
like
everywhere.
Los Angeles. Like that's good for y'all. Y'all could get free agents and stuff that way.
People did not want to play for us after last year. I'll tell you what. We got Demarcus Robinson.
There are
And
other
that's like it.
there are other factors that play into that, but still, playing in Los Angeles is a big deal to some free agents.
So Titans over Chase Young. That's my opinion.
And
I don't
our
know.
final team, the Washington Commanders. Question mark Commanders. Yes. They need a quarterback. They need a quarterback. They need a quarterback. Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. They imagine they make. I agree, but imagine
They
they
also
make the
need to
big play and
upgrade
they go
on
mark them.
they need to upgrade everything on defense too.
Yeah, they Imagine if they went Marvin Harrison
They
at number
could.
2, and they just kept Howell.
I don't think they would, but they could.
If they did, the Patriots would go May probably. But
They need They need quarterback, man. Quarterback and defense everywhere. They need secondary linebackers and D line.
I agree on Jaden Daniels. You get Jaden Daniels too because I don't like that offense for May, like to not be able to run as well as say Daniels. I want him to be able to run on that offense and to have a reliable guy like McLaurin. I believe in May a little bit more in a traditional offense like the Patriots if he went there, but May I feel like he make big plays or not May Daniels if he can run around and make big plays he can really like work with McLaurin. That's a great receiver to have if you throw the ball to him, Sam Howell. But yeah, I like Jaden Daniels there. I like the offense for him, not for May, unfortunately. I don't know.
That was it.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got NFL trivia questions for you, Caleb. I have 8 of them.
All right, give them
And
to me.
the difficulty and stupidity will vary. So number 1 is a multiple choice question. Sorry, I just got a text that distracted me. Number 1, what 2 NFL teams are tied for the most first overall selection in history at 7 times? And so I've got 3 options for you here. You just let me know which one you think. Is it the Bears and the Jaguars? Is it the Cardinals and the Panthers? Or is it the Rams and the Colts?
I think it's the Rams and the Colts.
Yeah, it is. Probably the Jaguars and the Panthers gave those away for the other 2.
Honestly, yeah. They haven't been around long enough to do that.
Well, in my life, I can think of at least 2 times both of those teams had it, so
I mean,
that's why
yeah,
I
they're
came
going
to
to
my
be
mind.
up there, but still.
What active player has the most first-team All-Pros at 8? Is it Aaron Donald, Jason Kelsey, or Bobby Wagner?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. First team All Pro?
Yes. 8 of them.
8. Damn. I think Aaron Donald's only played for like 8 or 9. So, I'm going to go Bobby Wagner.
It's incorrect. It was Aaron Donald.
Damn, I should have known.
I didn't even like doing these questions. I found out a lot about some players, Okay, this one I think you should be able to get with some deduction and stuff. Just thinking about it. Can you name me the top 5 all-time passing yard leaders?
Tom Brady, Peyton
Yep.
Manning, Drew Brees.
Yep.
Is Aaron Rodgers up here?
Nope.
Is Brett Favre?
Yep.
Alright, so I got 4 of the 5.
Yeah.
Damn,
Them...
Elway?
Nah.
Marino?
Nope.
Damn.
This one might be interesting. This one you might catch just by surprise. Not that big a surprise, but you might be like, wow, really?
Eli?
Uh-uh.
I don't know.
You give up?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I can't think now.
It's Big Ben.
Oh, I should have guessed that. I should have known that, honestly. That's me. That's my fault.
I saw Eli in the top 10, though. I was like, holy shit. Okay. This one you should get. So you're 1 for 3, but what is the Cowboys mascot's name? I got 3 answers here. Is it A, Rex? Is it B, Rowdy? Or is it C, Brunson?
It's Rowdy.
I'm glad you know your mascot's name.
I don't like him,
Okay.
but it's Rowdy.
He's goofy looking. Okay. Number 5. What are the 3 NFL teams who have never had the first overall pick? Is it the Niners, Bills, and Chargers? Is it the Falcons, Giants, and Dolphins? Or is it the Broncos, Ravens, and Seahawks? There's only been 3 teams who've never had the first overall pick.
I feel like it's the Broncos, Ravens, Seahawks. Why do I feel like the Niners have had one?
I don't know, but you're right. It is C, Broncos, Ravens, Seahawks.
Nice. Always go C, guys.
Well, it's been C, A, B, and C.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay, this one might get you a little bit too. Name the 5 NFL teams who only have one Super Bowl appearance.
Only have one Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah.
Saints are one.
Yep.
Damn.
That was the hardest one for me.
Yeah, that is. This is pretty tough. The Saints, I know.
Think about heartbreaking losses.
The Titans.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. I like how I instantly went to the Titans. That's fucking hilarious. Damn.
We got them. You need a hint?
Yeah.
One of them won their Super Bowl.
I had a feeling of that.
The other 2 didn't.
Are they old Super Bowls or new?
2 of them are old, and then one of them is more new.
More new. Okay. It is not the Panthers. The Panthers have made 2.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I don't know.
Give up.
The Jets.
Yep, that's the one that won theirs.
Yep. Okay.
One of them you've seen, and the other you weren't alive for.
One of them I've seen. Oh, the Cardinals. How could I forget? Yeah. Now I gotta think before I was alive.
There's one more you got.
The Chargers.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I knew that.
Okay, there you go. I think you're like 4 for 6 or something.
Yes, I am.
All right. This one you'll probably get easy too. But what team has the most MVPs in history? Is it the Niners, the Packers, or the Colts?
Packers?
Huh?
Packers?
Yeah. Okay. And then the last one. I want you to name all 3 players who are tied for the most DPOY awards, which is 3. So what 3 players have 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards?
Aaron Donald and Lawrence Taylor.
That's 2 of them.
Oh, man. Here's where I'm going to get stumped. J.J. Watt.
There you go.
There we go. All right. I got 6 for 8.
Good job.
Congratulations, me. I came back after starting 1 for 3.
You did. That was pretty good. That was some real LeBron or Brady activity there. Welcome back to Shenanigans, everybody. So this is actually the second part of this episode we've had to record. This is Friday. We actually we had to stop recording because Caleb's brother told him to come in there and shut the fuck up while we were recording because he wanted to play his music and he was being too loud. So then he started blasting his music and he beat the shit out of Caleb. So we had to take a day off while Caleb recovered. How you feeling today? You all right?
I have like 3 black eyes.
Yeah, there. And his butthole's black too. He got fucked up. He got embarrassed.
Man.
But we decided to stop recording for a bit because of some issues. But we're back. Everything is great. I don't like the Clippers' new stuff. How about you?
Man, I do like the Clippers' new stuff. I'm actually a big fan of it. I know you said it's kind of ugly. You said you like the LAC better. Like, I personally think it's cool that they finally have the actual name in the logo. The Clipper.
They could have just I think they could have just redone it less like boring than it was, because you tell me often about how you like the older, more rigid designs of some teams and stuff, and now most of them are kind of what is it,
They're
minimalized for brands and stuff, like you said, and I agree with that. And I think this is a bit more unique, but they could have just taken what they had and made it less boring. I liked LA in the basketball. If they would have just made like the font better or something, or like a better logo for that, it would have been better. I mean, I I don't think the I don't think everyone's gonna be hyped for the boats, but I guess some people are.
I'm only
They could
hyped.
have gone back to the Braves. They could have been the LA Braves again, and that would have been cool.
The LA Braves, man, them Buffalo Braves throwbacks are nuts. But I mean, we just wanted to go over that real quick. The new Clippers stuff. I personally like it. I think it's cool. I think it's an upgrade. I do think it's pretty simplistic and like minimalist and corporate, but I think it's a bit of an upgrade. They could have done better, I do agree. But I do like the new uniforms. They're kind of like throwback Clipper uniforms, and they got rid of that ugly light shade of blue for a navy blue, which I don't know why. I'm always a fan of darker blues than lighter blues, so that's just it for me. Um, Moving on, you wanted to talk about a NBA 1v1 tournament?
I wanted to. It's not. I didn't want to talk about a potential NBA one-on-one tournament. I made my own, like a fantasy one. And I just wanted to. I wanted to run the matchups by you and see who you think would win. Because
All right.
I don't know as much about basketball as you, but I made some interesting matchups, and I wanted to see how your tournament off these matchups would go down. You know what I mean?
All right. All right, bet.
And I didn't do it like Eastern Western Conference or anything. I just did it based off like matchups I thought would be interesting in the first round, and then it's like a left and a right bracket. That's all. It's not super specific or anything. It's just for fun.
That's
Um,
that's cool. That's honestly better than East versus West because one conference is better than the other.
I tried to make it as even as I could in the first round, but they might fall into like they might wind up being uneven. But the first matchup I have is Giannis versus Zion in a 1v1. I went with them because they're kind of bigger, physical guys. I wanted to see who you thought would win that in a 1v1.
I got Giannis. Giannis with the size. Obviously, they're big people, but Giannis is tall and big. Fucking Zion is like he's tall too, but he's 6'6", and Giannis is 6'11". So I just got him. I think Giannis is a little stronger.
That's fair. I figured you'd go there, but Zion's a big. I like Zion's real physical. I like to watch him play, so I wasn't sure how.
I
I
like
really
watching
don't.
him play too. He's fucking huge.
It's so confusing for me to imagine 1v1s of these basketball players because you don't see that without something. I mean, you do like to
Yeah, you
score
see you see
sometimes, but
isolation ball and like just one on one like matchups, I guess, throughout the game. But there's still four other people on the court for that dude to pass
yeah.
to.
So some of these might seem a little weird to you, but on the right bracket, we're gonna switch over. Let's. I changed these up a little bit today. So up, I got KD versus Kyrie. Who
KD
you
and
got?
Kyrie. I got
Yeah.
KD.
All right.
KD, the taller man. Um, he's already got a unguardable jumper, even for people who are taller than him trying to guard him. I could only imagine what it's like fucking Kyrie trying to contest that shot.
Some of
KD
these guys.
KD got some underrated dunks too. KD's underrated athleticism. I know Kyrie can get past him with the dribbles and the fucking layup package he has, but I got KD on that.
Hell yeah. Some of these guys aren't really known for their defense, but I wanted to figure I wanted to see how far you put some guys based off their offensive talent. Going back to one that might be obvious, but we'll see. I had Trey Young versus Steph on the left bracket. I think I know who you'll pick.
Oh my gosh! Wow, Steph. I picked Steph.
Yeah,
He's the better
I
and the
was
more
like,
efficient shooter of the two. They kind of have similar game, except Trey Young is more. He's more of a playmaker than Steph is. He'll pass the ball more.
That was more of like a physical matchup one. I wanted
That's
the
close as
guys
fuck.
that I had them. I had them going against some more unfair guys before, and I changed that one today. So
Yeah,
bouncing back to the other side.
I like Steph's handles better, and I think he's a better shooter.
That's fair. I agree. I mean,
And then
here's another.
Steph's also a little bit
Go
better
ahead.
of a defender.
All right. I got another matchup based off bodies. Wemby versus Embiid.
I got Embiid at
Who
this
you got?
point in time. I can't say much about Wembanyama. He's having one of the best rookie seasons ever, which is crazy. But just at this point, man, with Embiid, like, look at how he's a 7 footer too, and I know Wemby's 7'4", 7'5", so he has a whole half a foot. But I mean, Wemby isn't built like Embiid is. I feel Embiid literally dropped 70 points on him as his main matchup. So I gotta go Embiid. I forgot that he dropped the 70 on Wemby.
I also forgot that.
Wemby did
I
drop
did.
30 on him that game, I'm pretty sure, but still.
I think I had Wemby on like. I think it was Wemby versus Steph at first. So I think I changed that because Wemby would
Wemby's
probably just go
game
right over
seems
Steph.
like it's going to be more versatile and like more all around, but just Joel Embiid's physical aspect and his defense, I think he has it over the rookie as of right now.
That's very fair. Bouncing back, I'm going just between the two sides. Here's your boy, Jokic versus Luka. Who you got in the 1v1 on Joker versus Luka?
I got Luka on this one. I'm sorry. I think Jokic is the best player in the NBA. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA. He's the best player on my favorite team. But I mean, to be fair, Jokic and Luka are both very, very slow, like in like pace terms, but they kind of control it, and it's tough. Jokic can make tough shots over defenders, so can Luka. But I just think, wow, man, I think Jokic relies more on teammates than Luka does. Even though Luka he does rack up assists. He's a decent playmaker, but I think both offenses run around both players, but I feel like Jokic like relies on his teammates more than Luka does. So I got Luka in a one-on-one matchup, even though Luka is the smaller guy.
Yeah, I kind of went with that one just because they're big white dudes. Next I got my guy Paulo versus Damian Lillard in a 1v1.
Paolo
Who you
and
got?
Oh man, Paolo is like physically larger. Damian Lillard's not
Yeah.
having the best season right now. His efficient and I don't mean just scoring. Of course, his scoring was going to go down. He's the second option now. But I mean efficiency-wise. Like, his efficiency isn't that good. So, I don't know. If he can't create a shot over the taller Paolo, I don't know. I might go
Yeah.
go with the upset here. I'm going Paolo.
I think that one. You know what? I remember now. It was Dame versus Wemby. That's why I changed it. Yeah.
Oh man, I would have
Okay.
chose Wemby there too.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Well, I don't have a fair matchup for my boy after that. But okay, the next ones are fun. I'm gonna stick to the same bracket for now. Let's do Tatum versus Kawhi in a 1v1.
Tatum versus Kawhi. I got Kawhi, actually. He's a defensive master. He's so great at he's just so great at defense, and his mid-range game, his shooting, like contested he's underrated on offense. So I think he just clamps up Jason that game and just keeps staking the ball from him, stopping him from scoring, and he keeps on shooting like little fadeaway mid ranges on him or some shit like that. I got Kawhi.
My cat has her whole arm. What? You all right? What was that sound? You went beep, beep on your. You didn't hear that?
I heard you do that.
Yeah. Well, I heard it first. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Tatum's pretty good, but I feel like Kawhi would, what they call him, the Paul or whatever.
The
Who
claw.
the Claw? Who's the Paul?
The paw? Oh, they might.
Someone's.
Someone's the paw? That's awesome.
I thought somebody was the Paul. I might be retarded. Um, Going back, one more matchup
Oh,
on
is
the
it
left
I
side.
think it's Patrick Williams.
I don't know who that is.
He's a
But
younger guy.
I knew something, I guess. Last first round matchup, SGA versus LeBron.
Oh boy. I got LeBron James. LeBron motherfucking James. He turns up, he'll put on, he'll win that shit.
Loving the matchups now that you like after your first rounders, somehow the second rounders are even better in my opinion. Okay, so next round we have Kawhi versus Embiid.
Kawhi versus Embiid. This actually happened. Not a one-on-one matchup. Like, Embiid wasn't mainly guarding Kawhi that whole series, but we've seen Kawhi's team knock out Embiid's team in the playoffs before. I don't know. I think. Oh man, Kawhi is just he's really good defensively on like all aspects. He's more of a perimeter defender than interior, but I don't know. I still got Embiid just because the size on this one.
Interesting. I'm like, this is fun for me because I like the whole what the matchups are going to wind up being. Okay, let's go back. Now we have Steph versus LeBron.
LeBron.
I figured you'd say that.
I know. I know Steph can shoot. LeBron's just bigger. He's better defensively. I think. Obviously, he's more athletic, and Steph Curry's defense isn't really all too well against people of his position and around his size. So I could only imagine just LeBron dunking on him, even at 40 years old.
He would do that weird little like look down at the ball three all over Steph, you know.
He'd do that. He'd do his weird turnaround jumper, fade away.
All right. Next matchup is Giannis versus Luka.
Giannis versus Luka. Luka, I'm sorry. What won you against Jokic will lose you against Giannis. Giannis is faster, more physical. He's a better defender, and he's like fucking 8 inches taller than you, Luka. So I'm gonna go with Giannis.
All right. This is fun for me, even though I don't know, like I don't have opinions on what you're saying. But like I have no idea who's taller than who for the most part, except like Embiid and Wemby and all them. But next matchup, or last second round matchup is KD and Paulo.
Sorry, Paolo. I got KD on this one. KD's a sniper.
Figured. Poor Paulo. All right. Let's see. Conference championship or right side championship matchup: KD versus Embiid.
Oh God, both 7-footers. Both 7-footers with different games. Well, KD's like technically he's listed as 6'10", but he has pictures next to guys who are also listed as 6'10", and he's like significantly taller than them. So people speculate he lied about his height.
Weird.
So yeah, they're both about 7 foot tall. One just with the 1v1, I know KD's shot is kind of just unguardable. Like his shot is like a fadeaway in its own, and he's not gonna be like backing up Embiid for real. I feel like he could do a lot of that, but Embiid could definitely back up KD and be the physical force up there. That's tough, but maybe if KD was a little younger, I'd take him, but just with the defense and the physical aspect in a one-on-one, I got Embiid.
Wow. All right. Embiid makes the final. That's the first time you could say that.
That's the first time you could say that.
Okay, so in the left side championship matchup is Giannis and LeBron.
Damn. I think LeBron is over now. Like LeBron, like a prime LeBron, or like just a little bit younger LeBron. Maybe a 35-year-old LeBron, 36, not 40. I'd take, but LeBron, even though he's honestly still top 5, top 10 NBA player, I got Giannis. Giannis is top 3, undoubtedly for me. Great defender,
All right.
very physical, large, fast.
Alrighty, so in the final we have Giannis and Embiid in a 1v1 matchup for the title.
Oh Lord, this one's actually tough. For real, they're both good at defense, but one has a Defensive Player of the Year award. So, I think Giannis is a bit better on defense. I feel like Embiid is probably a little more physically dominant, but Giannis is not too far behind. And they're both about 7 foot tall, so Giannis is a bit faster. I'll give it to Giannis. Giannis winning this one-on-one matchup against Embiid. But I could totally see Embiid taking it, but I got Giannis.
All right. Yeah, Giannis wins another award. It doesn't matter to him, but, if he gets the Shenanigans 1v1 championship.
Woo!
Good job, Giannis. You can add that one. We can get you a little pin on your shirt or something.
Championship number 2 for Giannis.
This one is equally as important, to be honest. So in this next segment here, I'm going to do a new one called Rapid Fire Buffoonery. And I'm going to try and list off a couple of things that happened in the week that was silly and newsworthy in me. I wrote it down, and they're all kind of nominees for the Shenanigans or something, but not as good. So I'm just gonna rapid fire them, and if you know what I'm talking about, mazel tov, I guess. So, and I'm gonna try to do it in a minute.
All right, I am gonna.
Let me know when you want to start that.
I'm starting the stopwatch right now.
All right, so Brendan Schaub flipped his truck over. If you don't know who that is, ex-MMA fighter, really bad comedian. Cam Newton got jumped by 4 people and won. That was embarrassing for those guys, but that car ride home was weird. Kentucky players on the football team got into a fight in the locker room. They were pretty fat. Brian Ortega rolled his ankle jumping like an idiot in his fight at the beginning. Brady's ex-wife was banging her jiu-jitsu instructor the whole time, and it's sad. And Mecole Hardman's about to get kicked out of the league for fucking linking game plans to other teams. How much time do I have left?
You have 25 seconds left.
Yeah, Mecole Hardman apparently leaked game plans while he was on the Jets to the Eagles and the Chiefs. And if this is true and they can prove it, he is gone. For sure. There's no way. He's not important enough to the Chiefs, and that's unacceptable. All right. Yeah, there's a bunch of weird stuff that happened during the week. I mean, Brian Ortega's a UFC fighter. He fought over the weekend, and he hadn't fought in forever, and then he rolled his ankle jumping up and down like an idiot. You can't get a clip of it because UFC hates us.
That reminds me when I heard the news that fucking John Wall tore his Achilles taking his groceries up the stairs or some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know who John Wall is, except I know he has a podcast.
He's a NBA player. He used to play for the Wizards. He was all-star. He was really good. He was one of the best point guards. I want to say probably around like 2011 to like 2017 or 18. That's when John Wall was like popping. That's when his name was fucking popping. Fucking his name was relevant. So, I live in pretty close vicinity to a hockey team, the Norfolk Admirals of Norfolk, Virginia. They're a minor league hockey team. I don't know who their NHL affiliate is or whatnot, but that's pretty cool. I like going to Admirals games. I'm not a big hockey person. I don't pay attention to the NHL and whatnot, but like I love in-person games so much. So I just thought that was cool. That's really all I have to say for my corner today. I don't got any opinions on sports or whatnot. I mean, this week it's been kind of dead, or at least I haven't been paying attention as much as I should have this week probably. So that's all I really have to say. I'll let y'all know how that Admirals game was next week on the podcast.
Paulo had a tummy ache and Trae Young was out, and so not our backups, but our teams without our stars, they beat us, and it was sad.
The Shenanigans of the week.
Real quick for the weekly shenanigan, it's gonna go to what's his name again, Caleb?
And GG something. No, I don't know. I forgot his name.
Okay, well, that dude on the fucking Grizzlies that did 7 pump fakes. Caleb didn't actually get beat up by his brother, by the way. I don't know why he didn't say anything. He just fucking. He's like, yeah, I got beat up.
Because I thought it was funny.
But, I might get beat up this weekend. Tomorrow, actually, I gotta wake up at like 4 a.m. and head out to go to this fight thing. That might be like 12 hours after I wake up. I don't know. But yeah, if I have any videos, maybe we could post that, and y'all can see me do some shenanigans, good or bad.
I was about to say, hopefully the shenanigan is like you making the other dude do a shenanigan, not you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna try my ass off and we'll see what happens. I mean, I told myself if I can win everything that, like all my fights that they give me, I'll buy myself a tattoo. So
Shit.
that's not motivation, but that's a little award I might give myself.
Shit. Good luck.
Thanks, bro. But I'll see y'all next week and let you know.
Peace.